Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for West of Ohio. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. To play the song the easiest, we need a capo on the 4th fret. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description below, so feel free to check that out. But let's dig in with the start of the song. And that's the first verse, and the first chord that we need is a C major chord, and that is a 3 on the A string. This is in reference to the capo. We then have a 2 on the D string, then a 0 on the G, 1 on the B, and an open E. We don't play the low E string for C major. The second chord that we need is an E minor chord, which is an open E string, 2 on the A and D, then 0 on the remaining strings. We then have an F major 7 in the opening part of the song, which is an 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1 on the B, and an open E. And then later on in the opening part of the song, there will be a G7th chord. So we've got 2 different Gs that are going to be happening. We have a normal G major, which is 3 on the E, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0, and then a 3 on the high E. But also G7, which is 3 on the E, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0, 1. And it's better to use those fingers rather than the normal G fingers, because that'll be quite hard to build. So let's talk about the order of them and how we strum them. And every chord is going to have the same strumming pattern. So down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And for the very first down of every pattern, try and focus on the lower sounding strings of the chord. So here, I'm aiming for the what is higher up strings, but the lower sounding strings. And for the most part, the chords are going to have 2 lots of that pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and before you then move to the next chord. So let me demonstrate that slowly while I shout the chords out as we go. So we have C, E minor, F major 7, then 1 round of C, and 1 round of G. Now what we've just done there is played the first time round the verse. You will repeat all of that a second time before you then play a G7. So what I'm going to do is play through the full first verse. If you want to just skip ahead about 20 seconds. But here's the full first verse with repeat and that G7 at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it repeats. And there's that G7 at the very end of the second time round. We then have a chorus which introduces more new chords, and admittedly, just looking over to my sheet, it is very, very long. So it's worth mentioning that if you would like the sheet that I've got of all the chords with the full structure and all the chords within each part of the song, as well as another sheet of the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you're singing or playing along and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, head on over to Patreon. I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get access to not only this song, but well over 650 songs of all the latest releases over the past few years. So feel free to check that out. Let's delve in with that chorus, which starts off with a new chord. A minor is an open A string, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. We won't play the low E string for A minor. And what's going to happen is we're going to cycle between A minor and F major 7. Just once of the pattern, the strumming pattern that we had there. We then have C major. And it cuts into a G chord. Now, it's well worth getting used to that because that's going to be a big part of the chorus. So let me demonstrate that slowly one more time. A minor, F major 7, C, C to G. Just looking over to my notes, you will repeat that a second time. Then on the third time, you almost do it again. The third time is A minor to F major 7. Then we have this nice little rundown of C major. Then what we call a C/B, which is just a C major chord. Keep this finger where it is. Get rid of that finger. And move this guy up a string to fret 2 of the A string. And that's a C/B. So it's A minor to F major 7, C/B, and then in A minor. We then have F major 7 for 2 bars, C for 2 bars, F major 7 for 2 bars, C and G. And that will get you to the end of the first chorus. Now, I'd love to say that things just repeat. In most modern pop songs, they do. In the second verse, it kind of does, but kind of doesn't. So let's go through what happens in the second verse. We do start off with C major, going to E minor. Up to now, all the same. In fact, F major 7, that's the same. C to G, the same. We then have C, G major, G7, F major 7, C to G. So it is almost the same as the first verse, but there's a G7 chord that kind of pushes its way in between. So yeah, it might be worth checking out the link to everything on Patreon, just so you've got everything raw professionally. And it's going to be the case in the chorus that it is similar to the first chorus but slightly different. Rather than me breaking it all down, I'm going to play through the second chorus and I'm going to shout the chords as we go. It'll make it easier and it'll make the video shorter. So here we go, here's the second chorus. A minor, F major 7, C to G. Repeat those chords. A minor to F major 7, C/B, A minor, F major 7, C. This is where we get a bit of a change. A minor to G, F major 7, C, F major 7, A minor, F major 7 to C and G. That is one hell of a chorus. So yeah, lots of chords going on there. We finally get to the outro, and the outro is very similar to the start of the song where we have C major, E minor, F major 7, C to G. And to finish, you can finish off with a nice C major chord. Oh, there we go. That is everything you need to get through this new song. I absolutely adore this song. Chance is a brilliant artist, brilliant composer. He just makes a ton of chords in his songs. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. That really helps out the channel. And consider getting that extra material to make your life a bit easier when trying to remember these chords. I also want to say a quick thank you to the people floating by on the screen. Those guys are my active patrons. So the moment this video goes live, if I can get my words out, they will get access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for their support, thanks to you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.